Just when you thought modern dating couldn't get any worse, introducing the T app. Just like their group chats, the T app is for women to exclusively talk shit about men they've dated. Millions of anonymous women are creating profiles for men against their knowledge and rating them with green or red flags. The T app says that it's about women's safety, but most posts about men are just unfounded gossip and graphic detailed descriptions of their private parts. Men used to have to pay OnlyFans stars for a dick rate. These women are doing it for free. Granted, they are generally very negative reviews, but, a lot of men pay extra for those. Many men are outraged by the existence of the T app, and to show that these women are wrong to be concerned about men's behavior towards women, the app was hacked and thousands of women were doxxed. Because if there's one way to prove that these crazy bitches are overreacting about their safety in the dating world, it's by posting their addresses online. The T app has now confirmed that 72,000 images of women, including their driver's licenses, have been included in the leak. And so, ironically, it appears the T app was correct to be concerned about men placing women in danger. But if you look at the male founder of the app and their complete lack of data protection and privacy, it would appear that the call was coming from inside the house. I'm Lewis Spears, and modern dating is hell. Like, subscribe, and let's break it down. I have never been more glad to be completely disconnected from online dating and the modern dating culture. Holy shit, this is big news. The T app has been hacked by 4chan. 72,000 images, including driver's licenses, of anonymous women that were using this app to rate men that they had dated with green and red flags. This has been posted online and people are having a field day. People who hate the idea of the T app, who hate the idea of anonymous women rating public men, have posted this database of women who use the website online, including a searchable map of America that shows you specifically where these women live. This is scary stuff. This is why you need to be incredibly concerned about where you post your identity, your driver's license, and all of this private information, because if you give it to apps that were created recently, this is what can happen to you. Now, before we get into the massive data breach, let's have a look at the T app and see what it is, because I'm seeing a lot of misinformation online about what the T app is. First, let's have a look at how the T app describes itself. It helps women find safe men to date, it keeps women safe in the online dating scene, and it stops them from meeting up with potential predators. That's what the app pitches, and I love that. That sounds great. Get the T on your date. Avoid dating red flag men. You can see that men get uploaded to this website without their knowledge. Other women will flag, hey, he's in a relationship, or hey, he doesn't want a relationship, or hey, he's talking to multiple people, or he's a cheater, or he's an abuser. There's also going to be anonymous advice where you can vote on polls. Should I date this man? And women can vote, women who potentially don't even know who the man is. And all of this is happening while the man in discussion is supposed to be completely oblivious to it, because the T app is a woman-only app. The only way you can get into this app is by submitting a photo of your face and your driver's license. And this is what got them in trouble when they got hacked. Anyway, if you would like to find out if I'm a red or green flag, you can come and see me live on stage, lewisspears.com. I'm going to Frankston, Canberra, then I'm off to England, Scotland, Ireland. We're going all over. Tickets are going quick. lewisspears.com. I promise you, the show is a green flag. It turns red at several points, but don't worry, it's funny. This T app seems to be like an app version of all of those Facebook groups that you see created city by city called like, Are We Dating the Same Guy? Or like Red Flag Sydney or whatever. Women-only Facebook groups where women can post photos of men that they are going to go on a date with, or dudes that they're in a relationship with, and other women can gossip about them or say the truth and warn them about dangerous behavior that these men have exhibited, right? This sounds like a good idea if everyone told the truth and no one on earth was a malicious person. But obviously we know that is not how a lot of people operate, and apps and websites and Facebook groups like this can be used and abused to spread misinformation, defamation, and just lies for fun. But some positive things can come from database networks like this, or at least that's what the T-App would like you to believe. Here are some videos from supposed real users of the website, even though a lot of these videos look very scripted and fake. Here's what some people are saying.
Do you forget that Facebook group, Are We Dating the Same Guy? Because all you need to do is when a guy is hitting on you at the bar, just download the T-App, type in his name, and you can literally see if he has red flags or green flags from the other women in your city that have dated him. So easy, easy.
It's so wild to see videos like that and then also see other women complain about men not approaching them in public. And it's like, I think these two things might be a little bit related. And granted, tools like this exist because of piece of shit men that abuse women and then hide it. But also, so many innocent people get caught in the crossfire of these websites. Like, the last thing I would want to do is approach a woman and then get pumped into a database that I'm in without my consent, where millions of strangers can comment on my ability as a partner or a sexual partner, my private parts, how I am in the bed, how I am in a relationship, and there's absolutely no ability to see what people are saying, and also the app does not verify anything being said. Like, I think that's what is the craziest thing about this, is essentially what this app is like a snark Reddit for every individual man on earth that anyone can contribute to, that anyone can create for you without your will. What this app is like, it's like the Amazon review sections of like a product, and people, but you don't have to prove that you're a verified buyer. You can leave a review for the product and you've maybe have never even met them. This seems absolutely rife for defamation and cyberbullying. Like, I can see a lot of younger people getting caught in the crossfire on these apps. Like, my first question looking at this is like, does the app make sure that every man posted to it is over 18 at least? Probably not, because the men aren't consenting to being on the website. So anyone of any age could just post anyone of any age. That to me is like a huge, scary red flag. Like, you don't want 16 and 17-year-olds using this app to bully each other. That seems terrifying. But to be fair to the T-App, on the positive side of things, they've made it really, really easy to type in a name and search up their criminal history. This literally would save women's lives. I'm not joking. Men who abuse are likely to reoffend, right? So we know this. So being able to type a man's name into a criminal database and find out if he has prior offenses against women and children, that I think almost everyone can agree is a good thing. But also marrying that with just gossip about strangers, from strangers that are anonymous, that maybe have never even met the person they're talking shit about, just seems wrong. Essentially, the T-App's biggest selling point is safety for women in dating, which obviously is a huge concern. Something I'm very passionate about is women's safety in general. But I don't think that the app that has leaked the addresses of thousands and thousands of women online because of a complete lack of data privacy and encryption should be really touting that they are the ones keeping women safe. If anyone's placed thousands of women in danger, it is this app by not protecting their data safety. So, you know, I'm sure that this app keeps women away from abusers, and that's a great thing. But I don't think that's what the app is used for majority of the time. And if we have a look at some of the actual posts on this app, it doesn't look good for the T-App. So here's a typical news feed of the T-App. You know, you just scroll through and you can just see random men there. I don't know why you would want to scroll through the images unless you think maybe you're dating someone who's given you a fake name, I suppose. But all of these dudes here are on this website without their consent. I can't imagine that every single one of them is an evil person. Like, we've all had bad breakups. We've all been not the best partner. I don't think that having like a terrible argument or a big fight or being a shit boyfriend or girlfriend is enough justification to allow you to be publicly shamed in front of thousands, if not millions of women. 4 million active users are on this website, and they do not check why any men is posted on this app at all. If they've got a criminal record, absolutely, you should be able to look them up. They should be named and shamed. Fuck that guy. But if he was just not a great boyfriend and has no opportunity to defend himself and tell the full story, I don't see how this app can be used for anything other than malicious defamation and lies about regular men. And when you look at their more recent advertising material promoting the app, they're kind of leaning away from the women's safety thing, which is what it should be about. And they're really heavily leaning into the gossip and hearsay aspect of the website, which is the most toxic form of this type of website.
Girlies, I'm gonna need you to stop complaining. Oh no, there's not any good men left in the world. What do you see right here? You see 11 green flags left on our guy Clark in T. 23 green flags on our guy Jake in T. 10 green flags on Adam. I mean, come on. Not me in the passenger seat just sitting here scrolling through all the green flag guys on T trying to find a husband for my bestie. That's why I love T. It's not a dating app, but it is an app where the girlies go and they leave their honest feedback on men and talk about their experiences that they've had with these guys. Girlie, literally go on T and hunt for green flag guys in your area. Just scroll.
So they're promoting the idea that you can find a good man on this app or a man with a good reputation. But what I see as a man when I look at that is like, oh, great. So now even if I'm good to women, the number of women I've been in relationships with, the number of women I've slept with, the number of women I've gone on dates with is just going to be public knowledge, and I get no say at all. Like I'm being a gentleman to women, and I get rewarded with my body count being displayed online. I don't want to do the age-old tired argument of what if the roles were reversed, but could you imagine if even a positive review website for women came out? It would just kind of show everyone what your body count was, how many dates you're going on. Like, this is like surveillance state shit. It's not good. Even when men are getting a positive review, I just think that this is like private information that should not be publicly available to strangers on the internet. This is really weird. And also, what's to stop organized hate campaigns from signing up to this account and just review bombing your profile without even having met you, right? Of course that could happen. It probably already has happened. I just think that a website like this is set up to be abused. There are abusers that are getting caught and not able to get dates through it, and I love that. I think that's awesome. I'm all for the women's safety aspect of it, but that's certainly not the main use of an app like this. Speaking of what if the roles were reversed, we actually know the answer to that because a lot of men that were incensed with the T app being created have responded by making their own gender-flipped version, a men-only app where you can rate the women in your life. There's been a couple versions of this. I'm going to be focusing on the most popular one.
The T app got men so mad that they've been threatening to drop their own version of the girls. And one of those apps, I'm sure it'll be one of many, was already launched and shut down within 24 hours because men kept posting women's nudes. Like, y'all think I'm playing with you. This is from the T-Born app. App is down until everyone learns how to behave. If you're posting nudes, I will be posting your face. These men are just like consistently proving why the T app was created in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, that's just fucking classic men behavior, isn't it? It's like, oh, I don't want to be on, I don't want this app to exist and I don't want to maybe be on it. I mean, I'm probably not even on it. I just hate chicks, so I'm going to post revenge porn on a fucking website. Like, you really are proving why apps like the T app exist. Like, I understand there would be untold amounts of collateral damage when apps like this are created where men are just catching strays that they don't deserve and getting malicious lies written about them. But when men respond to that by posting the nudes of women that had nothing to do with the creation of that app on their own app, you start to see why women want apps like this to exist. The T app has over 4 million women in their community, and they've got paid features. So the man who is running this app is printing millions and millions of dollars a year, or a month even, actually. There's $20 a month tiers to be able to access all of the features. For the love of God, I hope the ability to search a man's criminal record is on the free tier. If they're hiding that behind a paywall, the whole app is gross, and it's not actually to keep women safe. It's just to print money out of women who want to gossip about blokes. But this is obviously a market that desperately wants to be fed this exact product. And I think it's really bad. There's definitely some good things about it, but I think it's overall a net negative thing. What I think is happening is this surveillance state that we always talk about being so fearful of, like the government putting cameras everywhere and government agencies looking up our social media and giving us social credit scores and all this kind of stuff. All this invented boogeyman that certainly we should be worried about. What we're really doing is we're doing it to ourselves. We're creating our own surveillance state using tools like this, using social media, pulling out cameras and filming strangers doing embarrassing things in public and making them go viral against their will. The government doesn't have to create a surveillance state. We're doing it for them for free for the entertainment of the people that aren't being filmed. And that's fine until you're on the receiving end of it. And on the receiving end of it, these women were. Because last night, 4chan hacked the T app and released thousands and thousands, over 60,000 images of women who had to send in pictures of their driver's license and selfies of themselves to the T app to get approved to use it. These have all been posted online, downloaded thousands of times. There's a 60 gigabyte database file that I could go and download right now that has the home addresses of tens of thousands of women who use this website. Other people have created a database where you can look up where the T users live and what states they're in.
This is a searchable map of all of the driver's licenses that just got leaked because of the T app. I tried to tell y'all this was what this was. Now, you not only got to worry about your information getting leaked, but they done literally mapped out all of your locations. You like, oh no, Zay, you can't really even find nothing in here. You don't listen. I just told you, it is searchable. You can look through this and find the people. Not only did the T app not protect anybody, it quite literally put you in danger. And I seen a couple comments in the comment section where y'all was like, oh, I'm still waiting to get in. Ignorance is your best friend. Every serial unaliver in America could likely go on here at any given point in time and find where you live, find out anything about your household, and do God knows what. Please think before you join stuff like this just because you heard about it online.
Yeah, this guy nails it. I mean, if there is an unhinged dude that has had, like, I don't know, the average amount of partners, let's say under 10, right? And he's gotten 1 or 2 negative or anonymous reviews that are truthful or bullshit. It doesn't really matter because he's an unhinged person. Someone like this can now just go on a database and look up the address of the people that he thinks it is. Because really, think about it. If you think about every single person you've dated, if you end up on one of these websites and you read a negative review, you would know who wrote it. If they wrote anything about your time together, you would absolutely know who wrote it. So this whole idea of like anonymously review men that you've been in relationships with, there is absolutely no way that I wouldn't be able to pick who was writing what based on what they said. And if there are dangerous men that are being publicly shamed on this website, now they have access to the address of the women that wrote these reviews. This is not good. But it doesn't seem like anyone is going to learn their lesson when it comes to this, because this going viral, I think, has made the T app even more popular. In fact, if you have a look at their public response, their apology for placing tens of thousands of its female users in danger, the comment section is full of women going, Hey, let me in. Hey, I've applied. Hey, I sent you my driver's address. Hey, how do I join? Like, it's absolutely crazy. They're telling you that they put tens of thousands of women in danger and women are lining up to join in. This is like the women that send letters to serial killers. Some women have no survival instincts. T-App users, we always want this space to feel transparent and our community is our first priority. There's a lot of misinformation circulating, so please take a moment to read. Here's what you need to know. The archive system stored 72,000 user-submitted images, including approximately 13,000 images of selfies and selfies including photo ID submitted during account verification. These photos can in no way be linked to posts within T. Yeah, unless you have memory of the women that you've dated and anything they wrote sounded even remotely similar. Of course you can figure out who's written about you if they're someone that you dated. Additionally, 59,000 images publicly viewable in the app from posts, comments, and direct messages from over 2 years ago were accessed. We've acted fast and we're working with some of the most trusted cybersecurity experts. For more information, visit the link in our bio. We're taking every step to protect this community now and always. Thank you for your patience and trust. This is a crazy response to endangering tens of thousands of women. There's no sorry in this post. It ends with a thank you. Fuck, man. This is crazy. And so many comments are just trying to join. A whole post about how thousands of women's data has been breached, and yet the comments are full of women still begging to be accepted into the same app. We are so lost. Next comment. I'm still in line. I love what you have all built here to keep women safe. I will wait patiently. I can't wait to be a part of the T app. I wasn't too worried. The pros outweigh the cons. Thanks for keeping us in the loop. Pro, you get to look at gossip about a dude. Con, he might get your home address. Fuck, man. I think like apps like this, if everyone used them 100% honestly and only to warn other women about dangerous men would be good. But we know that that's not what these end up as. They maybe start like that and maybe a lot of people do use them like that and that's good. But I think the majority of this is just a surveillance state that we all run that punishes both genders for engaging in dating at all. I don't know how the fuck anyone is supposed to form a genuine connection with anyone when both parties are just sitting there in fear that something that they say or do might be misinterpreted and posted on a shaming website with millions of users that will negatively affect any chance at finding a partner that they could fall in love with in the future. This is fucking scary shit, man. And not even the women that are using it honestly are safe because they've had their addresses posted online and those dangerous men that they were looking out for now have a direct line to their homes. This is, I don't know. I just think this is dystopian. Like this is this evil surveillance state that we're inflicting upon ourselves and each other. This woman on Twitter, Julia, sums it up pretty well. These always start in good faith, and I think it's fine and good, actually, to warn women about dangerous or predatory behaviors of men, but it is literally impossible for these things to not turn into a pathetic doxing of men who just didn't like them that much. That's the biggest problem, is that it's all anonymous. So there's absolutely no verification if anything being said on the website happened at all. And there's absolutely no measures in place to stop abusive women writing stuff about male partners and framing them as abusers for, I don't know. I just think this is fucking cursed. And I'm so glad that I'm not involved in this modern dating market. Thank goodness. Because of the T app, I can now look at a 3-minute video that shows the driver's licenses, home addresses, and faces of all of these women. I've obviously censored it, but, it's not censored in the video. Like, this is fucking scary stuff, man, that this can happen to women that are trying to keep themselves safe online because the app that touted itself as the women's safety app did not keep them safe. It's the most tragically ironic situation ever. Anyway, that's the end of the video. If you would like to anonymously rate me, you can like or dislike this video. I mean, that's really the originator of the red and green flag, isn't it? Oh, and come and see me live, loosebeers.com. I'm going all over the England, Scotland, Ireland. It'll be good.